Hi, so I'll be explaining how I passed all levels of ICAN exams in one sitting. So let me just give you a background story. I started my ICAN journey in 2017 while I was 7 during my NYSC days. And I wrote my skills level of ICAN exam in November 2017, and I wrote professional levels in May 2018. And for each level of ICAN exam, of course, I have a background in accounting. So I had the exemption. I wrote 4 papers at skills level and 5 at professional levels. And I passed all papers in one sitting. So I'll be explaining in details how that happened. Now, the first point is I paired with the right people. So this is the first step in the right direction. Now, being a first class graduate and being under ICAN scholarship at that moment, I was privileged to meet a clique. I was able to form a clique of friends of people who are also first class graduates. So in my PPA, for example, we're just 2 couples, myself and a guy. He also graduated first class. There we had another person in our clique, his friend who was also a first class graduate. So we all paired. We just formed a clique of people who will be studying together and encouraging ourselves. So while in the office, we study together. If I have questions, as I've always explained, that my strength was in theory courses. I have strong theory courses, reading and understanding ability, unlike um, calculation courses. So I paired with the right people, follow like minds. That's the first thing. So you may not be even a best graduate student, you may not even have graduated a first class, but you want to start your ICAN journey. What is this point telling you is that pair with the right people, because you need the same kind of energy when you're on this journey. You don't need someone who will be discouraging you, or someone who is not flowing in the same frequency with you. If you are attending tutorial classes, or you are studying you are having study groups, please ensure that everybody in that study group is moving in the same energy at which you are moving. So the next thing I did to ensure that I passed all my papers at all stages of my ICAN exam was delayed gratification. So that's my second point. I practice delayed gratification. Now, in this case, what does it mean? One, I lived in my tutorial center. I attended Potech Training Center in Port Harcourt. If you know it very well, it's along Stadium Road. I can even give number 1 Chinda Street, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. I lived in the tutorial center. Now, I had the comfort of staying with my relative, with my uncle at that time, who was also staying, who had his own, who was staying in Port Harcourt. But I chose to stay in tutorial center because I had focus. I knew what was my target. I knew what I needed. I was like, I'm under ICANN scholarship. I'm not paying for my exams. In short, they're even paying for my tutorials. So I'm spending zero cost writing this exam. So the least I could do for myself is to do everything possible within my power to make sure that I do my best and leave the rest for God. So I lived in Tutorial Center. There was no bed. I was sleeping on tables and chair. Nothing like lying down flat, or having the comfort of your own home. Then second, no. So the next thing was there was no CDS activities. Now, I attended CDS, actually, I attended all my CDS activities. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, of course, after CDS, core members cook and decide to just go out, you chill, you gist, you get contact, you can just hang around. Of course, Port Harcourt is a very lively city, so there are a lot of fun places you can actually visit in Port Harcourt. But what I did was, once CDS activity is over, I'm heading back to my tutorial center. So there's no time for chit chat. There's no time to go and buy ice cream. There's no time to hang out with other core members, because I knew what I was achieving. And because I served in an audit firm, and the only day I was exempted from going to work was only on CDS day, which fell on Thursdays, I knew that CDS is usually 10 to 12, as the case may be. So from as early as 6 in the morning, I'm already awake. I'm going to the reading room in our tutorial center at that moment. Immediately it's 12. Okay, I read from 6 to 9:30 because from, of course, from Stadium Road to local government was just 30 minutes. I'm attending serious activities. We close by 12. Immediately we close by 12. I'm heading back to Soya Center, to the reading room. So there was no activity at all, no time to play and laugh. So that's the second thing under delayed gratification. Then the next thing was there was no comfort. Of course, I've explained that I wasn't sleeping in a comfort. There was no comfort at all. So I could wake up with neck pain, back pain because I had not slept well all through the night. So it was really a very, it was, there was, in short, there was no comfort, but I had a target and I needed to meet that, you know, just focus. That was it. Then finally, no social activities throughout my NYSC days. Of course, being that even while I was in as an undergraduate student, I had no social activities. I was hoping that, okay, doing NYS we had more time to free ourselves, to play, to laugh, to enjoy that which we did not enjoy during undergraduate days. But of course, I still had to forfeit social activities so to ensure that I passed my ICAN exams at that time. Now, other social activities include, permit me to say, even religious activities. Now, I'm a Catholic, and I knew that early morning mass is usually the shortest mass ever. So I go to mass 6 o'clock, close 7, and I'm heading back to Straya Center. Why am I saying all this? Now, this is just a time frame. You have to delay some pleasure to achieve a particular target, because thereafter you can have all the time you need and want to do whatever you want to do. Now this is 8 years post qualification. have i not have I not enjoyed myself? Have I not gone to places I wanted to go to? I've done all that I needed to do at the time. I've done all that I needed to do that I was unable to do at that time when I was studying for my ICAN exams. So, number one, pair with the right people, follow like minds. Number two, delay gratification. Anything that is distracting you at this moment. I used to tell people that ICAN is a jealous lover. You can't mix ICAN exam with any other thing. If you want to study for ICAN, you are studying for ICAN. But if you are not studying for ICAN, you are not studying for it. So ICAN is very jealous. But at the end of the day, when you are done with your exam, of course, you have all the time you need to do any other thing you want to do. So please, you have to delay certain pleasure to achieve certain targets. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is, the next thing I did rather to ensure that I passed all levels of ICAN exam was to focus 100% on my summary notes. Now I'm going to be doing a video after this on how you are going to plan yourself very well, especially as we are currently in August and exams will be coming up in November. So we have August, September, October, then November, maybe 9 days in November. So I focused 100% on my summary notes. So what I do, or what I did during my time was, I always summarize all my courses. Like, I can't overemphasize that. It makes it so easy for me to study when exam is like a week or 2 weeks. I focus 100% on my summary notes. Now, I attended tutorial, of course, during skills and professional levels. I attended tutorial. Now, the essence of tutorial was that, number one, like I gave you a background story. A background story. I served in an audit firm, and I'm expected to come to work every day except on Thursdays. Now, if they could even take my Thursday, they would have, but I don't go to work on Thursdays. So the tutorial helps saves me the stress of understanding things at a longer pace. So the lecture already has studied it, understood it, and comes to pour. And I'm the kind of person that I retain knowledge faster when I hear another person teach it. So what am I trying to say in a layman's term? If I'm taught in class, anything I understand in class sticks faster as against before I even talk about reading even my summary notes. So if I have already understood something that I was taught in class, if I now see that same thing in my summary notes, I'm like, oh, okay. The thing sticks faster in my brain. So I focus on my summary notes 100%. I'm going to give you a lay down rule on how to do that. Then next thing on the things I did to ensure that I passed all levels of ICAN exam was I attended tutorials. You can't overemphasize that. Now I know there's some persons who can actually write skills level without attending tutorials. I've seen that happen 1,001 times. Some people can read skills level exam on their own based on maybe their background or the university they graduated from, and they will pass all ICAN and they will pass all papers at that level without even attending tutorial. But at the point of professional exams, please attend tutorial. Now, it has its own benefits. I can't even think of the demerits. The benefits are there. If you're attending the tutorial center and you're not getting value for your money, look for an alternate one and attend. So I attended tutorials, made it so easy for me. Then the next point is I studied even in uncomfortable situations. I mean, when I'm at work, if they give me a job to do and I'm working on my system, I could just take 10 minutes break or 20 minutes to quickly look through a chapter in one of the courses. I can just be reading maybe CR, PM, or case study, as the case may be. So even when the situation was not comfortable, I studied. In tutorial class, lecturer has not come to the class. We're waiting for our lecturer to come and teach us. I'm opening my book. Either doing something based on the month or I am reading. Of course, at night, I'm dipping my two legs inside cold water and I'm studying. In short, while in the bus going for CDS, I'm studying. CDS is delayed, I'm studying. On my way back from CDS, of course, I always have one note in my bag, I'm studying. In short, I'm very sure I even carried my note even to church during mass and I'm studying. So I studied in uncomfortable situations because I had a plan, I had a target to meet. I was so focused. Now, another thing I also did, part of making yourself, giving yourself discomfort, or rather, I would think I'll put that under delayed gratification, was that I never did any social activities in terms of social media, no social media activities. Of course, at that time, it's not unlike now, which everybody has to be on WhatsApp, there has to be a group chat to pass information. As at then, I don't think it was really rampant, like unlike now. So I can't remember in my tutorial time where they will say, okay, they posted something on WhatsApp. No, no, no. Everything. I already had everything I needed at my beck and call, being that I even lived in the tutorial center. So there was no information that will be passing that I will not know. I'm in the tutorial center. Anything that is happening, we are there. Is that I'm there or I'm in the church? So, or I'm at CDS. So any information, there was really nothing impromptu to come up at that moment. So I did not WhatsApp. Permit me, sorry for that language. There was no WhatsApp activities. I did not do any WhatsApp activities. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, nothing of such. In short, I even uninstalled my WhatsApp at that moment. So no social media activities. I was so focused. Then finally, I continually encourage myself. Now, why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video to encourage someone out there who could be watching me at this moment, to encourage you that if you really want to do anything you set out your mind to do, ignore distractions, ignore the background noise. You know what you want to achieve. Push for it. I continually encourage myself, even when things were not, even on during on days when it wasn't really comfortable for me. There were some times I broke down crying. What would I, yes, when the stress was so much, I was always encouraging myself because at the end of the day, you should be your own cheerleader first before seeking validation or encouragement from outsiders. I saved the best for the last. Pray, pray, and pray. Now, I said at this video, I said I did my best and left the rest for God to do. So I did that which in my own human conscience, I knew that I have tried. By what? I mingled with the right people. By delaying gratification. I focused on my summary notes. I attended tutorial. I was studying even when it was not comfortable. And I was encouraging myself. So at this point, I knew that I have done my bit as a human being. It is now left for God to do his own to complement my efforts. So I pray and prayed and prayed. Like I've said, I'm a Catholic. At any point, because there were days where I studied, in short, I studied more, even in the church, a very quiet section of the church then at Stadium Road. I've forgotten the name of that church. I will visit the Blessed Sacrament. I will pray, go to the church, pray, attend maybe Divine Mercy, and God for mercy. That is only by mercy that everything will just fall in place. And to the glory of God, I passed all papers at skills level, did the same thing at professional level, and I passed all papers. So I'm using this video to encourage you out there. If you are writing your ICAN exams, are you able to follow this? Pick one or two steps from that which I have listed. Of course, I know that you are going to get success at the end of the day. So thank you and see you in the next video. Bye for now.